Level 1. The recruit. You're in the gym at 5 a.m. The iron is cold. The room is empty. Nobody else is here this early, and that's exactly how you like it. You've been training like this for years. Deadlifts, weighted carries, explosive sets that leave your lungs burning and your mind quiet. Your arms are thick. Your shoulders fill the mirror. You move with the discipline of someone who has never once skipped a day, even when there was every reason to. You don't have much else. A beat-up car, a small apartment, a security guard shift at a shopping mall that pays just enough to keep the lights on. But in this gym, at this hour, you feel like something built for more. You're mid-squat, deep in the hole, when you feel it. Eyes on you. You rack the bar and look up. In the corner, near the water fountain, a man is watching. Older, expensive watch. A suit that has absolutely no business being in a gym at 5 a.m. He doesn't look away when you catch him staring. He just nods slowly, like he already made a decision about you. Level 2. The offer. You're toweling off when he approaches. No name. He just hands you a card. Clean, minimal, a phone number, and 2 words. Private security. He tells you he's been here 3 mornings in a row, watching. He has a client, a very wealthy man, who needs close protection, starting immediately. The previous operative left without notice. He tells you the pay. You blink. That's more per month than you made last year. You call that evening. You pass a background check in 24 hours. You show up the next morning to a building with no name on the door, and a man hands you a black tactical shirt and a brief. Who your client is, where he goes, what he owns, and who might want to hurt him. The answer to that last question is a long list. The job isn't protecting people. It's deciding who gets close enough to try. Level 3. Close protection. Your principal's name is Mr. Hargrove. Shipping magnate. 3 homes, private vehicles, helicopters, a yacht he uses twice a year. He does not look at you when he speaks to you. You are furniture that breathes, and he likes it that way. Your job: advance every location before he arrives. Check every perimeter. Identify every exit. Watch the room before he walks into it. You learn fast. Principles: standoff distance, threat corridors. You learn to eat standing up, sleep light, trust your gut before your brain catches up. First week, at a restaurant, a man lingers too long near the entrance. Your body moves before your mind decides. You step between Hargrove and the door without thinking. It's just a waiter who dropped something. Hargrove looks at you for the first time. Good instinct, he says. Nothing else. But it's enough. You don't react late in this job. Late means dead. Level 4. The threat. 3 months in, the job gets real. Hargrove receives a letter at his private address. Hand-delivered, no stamp. Inside, a photograph of him leaving his home, taken from very close range, with words written in red ink beneath it. You won't always have someone watching. The team goes quiet. Threat level escalates immediately. No more patterns, no more routine. You change the route to his office every single day. Vary departure times. Sweep the vehicle every morning before he gets in. You start wearing your earpiece to bed. You barely sleep. You notice everything now. The car that parks on the same block twice. The person who stands at a corner 1 beat too long. You are running a constant algorithm in your head, and your head never shuts off. You check your phone one night and realize there's nobody left to call. Not because anything happened, just because this is what the job does, quietly, over time. It narrows your world down to the principle, the threat, and the space between them. Everything else slowly falls away. You put the phone down and go back to work. Level 5. The circuit. Your reputation moves faster than you expected. An agency picks you up. High net worth clients across multiple countries. You travel now. Lagos, Geneva, Dubai. Hi. A tech founder who hasn't made a public appearance without protection in 4 years. A politician who sleeps with a panic button under his pillow. An oil executive who looks over his shoulder in rooms with no windows. Every principal is different. Some treat you like family. Some treat you like a door that opens on command. You learn not to care either way. You develop a read for rooms. Within 40 seconds of entering any space, you know whether it's clean or compromised. You trust that instinct completely. One colleague says to you, "You've got the eyes." You don't know what it means at first. Later, you understand. Most people look at a crowd and see a crowd. You look at a crowd and see every individual inside it: posture, movement, hands, eyes, intent. That is the gift. That is also what starts costing you everything else. Level 6. The inner circle. You're recruited into a private detail for a man named Aldrich Voss. He is not a celebrity, not a politician. He is something harder to name: a financier whose reach extends into governments, into defense contracts, into decisions that never appear in public records. He is the kind of man whose name appears in documents but never in headlines. His enemies are the same. The team is 5 people: former military, former intelligence, 1 former police commander. You are the youngest by a decade. Voss requested you personally after reviewing incident reports from your last 3 assignments. You never find out what he read. Life inside the inner circle is different. You are told only what you need to know. You protect a man whose full agenda you will never see. You operate inside incomplete information and never ask for more. You are good at it. You are very, very good at it. And the better you get, the further you get from anyone who knew you before this. Level 7. The incident. It happens on a Tuesday. Vienna. A private dinner in a renovated building in the 1st district. Small guest list. Old money. The kind of gathering where names are not spoken above certain volumes and nothing is ever written down. You've swept the building twice. Your team is positioned at every exit. The evening is quiet in the way you've learned to respect, not because quiet means safe, but because quiet is when people get comfortable. You're standing at the east corridor when your radio clicks twice. Unauthorized movement. Down the hall. Left turn. A figure near the kitchen entrance. Catering uniform. Moving against the flow of every other staff member. Hand drifting toward his jacket. Eyes scanning. Not the room, the principal. Your hand finds his wrist before his hand finds the pocket. 3 seconds. Clean. Controlled. No noise. The dinner continues. 2 hours later, forensics confirms a loaded weapon in the jacket lining. A wire transmitter. A secondary operative who fled before identification. It was a coordinated assassination attempt. The room was full of powerful people, and none of them knew how close it got. Nobody at that dinner ever will. Level 8. The wait. They debrief you for 9 hours. Interpol. Austrian intelligence. 2 men whose agencies they don't name. Thorough, methodical, professional. You answer everything. Around hour 6, you eat a sandwich and think about nothing except whether you want mustard. Your hands don't shake once. That night, alone in your hotel room, it finally settles. The full weight of what almost happened. The room full of people with no idea. The second operative who got away. The gap between what you stopped and what could have been measured in seconds, in inches, in the distance between your hand and his. You sit on the edge of the bed for a long time. You don't call anyone. There is no one left who would fully understand. There hasn't been for a while now. This world doesn't get explained. It doesn't get shared at dinner or typed into a message at midnight. It gets carried, quietly, alone. You lie down, set your alarm, sleep. Level 9. The cost. 3 years in, you are exceptional and completely hollow. Funerals missed, weddings missed, a sibling's graduation twice. Your phone has colleagues, not friends. The people who used to be in your life stopped trying to understand your schedule, then stopped trying entirely. You don't blame them. The work requires full presence, always. Half of you somewhere else gets someone killed. But some nights, in hotel rooms, in cities you will never see as a tourist, you feel the weight of the parallel life, the one where you called back, showed up, stayed. It exists somewhere. You just chose a different door. You stay in shape. You stay sharp. You stay ready. You are the best version of a very specific thing. And some nights, that feels like everything. And some nights it feels like nothing at all. Level 10. The final detail. Your last assignment comes without ceremony. A former head of state, private life now, but the enemies didn't retire when he did. He's traveling to a conference in a city your intelligence file marks as elevated risk. You brief your team at 6 a.m. Routes, contingencies, rally points, communication protocols. There is no supervisor above you now. This is your operation, your call. Day 2. Morning advance sweep. You find a vehicle parked in a position that makes no civilian sense, too deliberate, too patient, sightline running directly to the main entrance. You reroute, side entrance, no announcement. Your client walks in without incident. Later, surveillance confirms it. Counter-operation neutralizes the threat before it develops. They found it because you found the vehicle, because you saw what most people walk right past. Because you were in a gym years ago, alone at 5 a.m., when a man in an expensive suit watched you from the corner, and you never stopped watching back. You don't just watch anymore. You live watching. Every room, every entrance, every pair of hands, every set of eyes, every person moving against the current of a crowd. And one day, not dramatically, not with a breakdown or a revelation, one day you just realize it quietly. You don't know how to stop. You're not sure you want to. You're not sure there's anything left on the other side of stopping. So you set your alarm, and tomorrow you go back to work.